And here we go. 10 p.m. Lisbon. Raining. 11 degrees. There was we actually
Understatement of the year already.
We actually had a little crack of thunder and lightning about, I don't know, 45 an hour ago. So it's business as usual here. Yeah. Okay, you have it now. I'm talking about thunder and lightning. You have that up there?
Yeah, no, now. It's happening now.
Okay. Yeah, I only had it once over here that I could see. But anyway, so here we are. What is it? 6 February 2026. So away we go. We'll get the housekeeping out of the way right away. Hoping Dale's doing well.
Yet, Ben.
Hopefully, speaking of the devil, here he pops. I was going to say, hopefully Gary's doing well, and there he is.
Boys.
Oh, and one other thing I wanted to touch on was I hope that Simon and Fiona and the new child is doing well, and we might find out what his name is tonight. And we're still taking bets as to whether or not it could be Lee. I guess that's possible. I don't know. We should have started a pool on that maybe during the week.
We should have had a sweepstake on it.
Yeah. There you go.
We could do it now. We could do it now quickly.
Well, I only know what the baby's name is, so I don't. It's not.
You already know. Forget it.
Well, I'm sure.
Cheater, Peter, pumpkin eater.
So Pete, you can.
Yeah, Pete. What kind of surveillance are you running on Simon?
Mate, honestly, good grief! It's amazing what you find out with things. Sometimes it really is. There you go.
Is it called Fairy Snowdrop?
It should be, shouldn't it? Really, to be fair. Or Harvey. That's a good name, isn't it? Definitely. Any of those.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fairy Snowdrop or Harvey are two very different personal choices.
Yeah, but they're both kind of mythological. Like they're a figment of imagination.
Exactly. It could either be a giant rabbit, or you could be formerly married to Peter Andre. And it could be either, couldn't it, really?
Oh, and just one more thing before we get going. Just I want to recognize the anniversary of the Queen Elizabeth II ascending to the throne. 1952 on this day. So there we go.
That's very noble of you.
Yep. Hi, Patrick.
Fucking traitor.
I just bring the information. I don't take a position.
Oh,
I hope it's guilt. I hope it's guilt to make you feel this way.
Oh.
Yeah, he's going to take a position. He'll take a position on Traitor's Gate. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
To check it in. We're going to find out if everything's okay with Garbo and Linda soon. There's Antonio up again. And away we go. So,
right, first of all, not the jet, Ben.
Yeah, we already did that.
Patrick and
we already did that.
Eric's mum.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, sir.
Bless you. Bless you.
For those that don't know, out there and everywhere, my mother did pass away on Wednesday. So
sorry to hear. Yeah.
She was sick of him.
Yes, and a lot of other things.
It was a personal choice. He annoyed her that much.
So thank you. So, interestingly enough, Boris wants to know the topic tonight. And as I wrote in the heading of the show, it's all about the weather. And I know that is going to take up a lot of the conversation here because everybody has their own story. It continues to go. It's affecting people in different ways. And we have people from all over the country here. So they all bring their own situation. So yeah, that'll probably be the main topic until Lee brought something up yesterday that he wanted to discuss. So we'll let him discuss that a little later. And any other topic that comes along. So there's a couple other well wishes coming in, and I just want to put them up and thank those people for that. Thank you. Okay, so tonight we have Mr. Speaker sitting in the middle chair tonight. He's given up I don't want to say control, but he's given up the moderator's position for tonight. And Joel, which we haven't seen on screen during the main event for quite some time. Evening, Joel, from the Great White North up there. As always, in his fancy studio, we have Kent Alkabadeshan coming in from the west coast part of the state, of the country. Lee checking in from where Lee checks in. He got a haircut, not short enough, but it looks better than it did.
Sandra loves it. Sandra loves it.
And that's all that counts. That's all that counts. I guess she would have liked it if you shaved the beard off, but you weren't going to go that far, right?
Let's not think. Let's not let her think she's in charge.
There you go. And we have Solar Pete checking in from the central part of the country. I'm sure he has some stories. He's actually in the easternmost part of the country, I would say. Wouldn't you say, Pete?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, compared to the rest of you. But I mean, our place got affected. Some places quite badly. But like, I drove over to Gary's just to Alvasra the other day. Like a stupid idea to pick Di up from her hospital thing, and my God, I saw just on the road going there was just enough, and it looked awful, honestly, Gary. So my heart goes out to you and Linda. Definitely, it looked really bad. Fuck me. Anyway, sorry.
So just since you brought that up, Pete, I hope Diane is doing okay.
Yeah, fine. So the pig valve is working fine.
Let's save that for the after cave. Let's save that for the after cave.
Okay,
that's fine.
Diane might know what I was talking about, a medical condition on fucking YouTube.
I didn't bring it. I didn't bring up a condition. All I said is I hope she's doing well.
She's a lady of a certain age. She's a lady of a certain age, and vaginas tend to turn funny at this time of life. We should have been talking about on YouTube.
I did not ask how tight
She's
that
had a private tuck and tighten, from what I believe. That's what the surgeon called it.
Okay.
Further, eh?
Okay.
It's YouTube.
Next, you're going to tell me you were in the room at the time, but anyway.
Well, he did ask my opinion whether it should be 3 fingers or 2, and I've seen Peter's penis, so I said 1. He put an extra stitch in it just to make sure.
Okay. So just to complete the circle,
definitely.
Just so I can complete the circle and welcome the final guest on the show tonight. Garbo joining us.
I would say Leo would have put a button in so she had options, but you do you.
a little fob with like a little Gary's door coming up and down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gary.
Yep. He can't help himself, Gary, you know. But welcome to the show, Gary. I'm glad you have electricity. It appears you have internet. So
we just got it back today.
Well, it's Friday, you know.
Friday. I had a word. I said, "Look, this isn't on. You know, you can devastate the place, but I got to have my internet back."
There you go.
You're a Garbo. I don't know if you're working, if you had a pedal to keep it going. So yeah. So.
Yep.
Okay, bloody hell.
So there we go. Okay. So we'll do a little once around. Andrew, I guess you're going to be departing shortly, so we'll start with you. Anything good happened this week?
Yeah, it's been quite a productive week. Not really affected by the storms, I have to say, so I can be grateful for that. We've some nice news from the studio. We've started the first batch of our own design of cups and mugs, which is the test this week, which is nice. They've come out quite nicely. We're yet to fire them, but looking forward to seeing how those behave. It's really been too wet to do too much because the moisture and humidity affects the clay. So we're having to kind of like air dry it. Well, what drying we can do, but when we left the studio on yesterday evening, it had sandbags all around the river because the Tej, I've never seen it as high. It was almost onto the pavement. So I hope it wasn't too bad for those in Alcochete and Montija and all the coastal parts on the South Banks. It's pretty low lying on that side. But yeah, been an okay week. I'm really over the grey. I can't wait to see the back of winter. I need some blue skies. I need warmth. I'm sick of being in this grey, depressing state. I'm definitely feeling like that seasonal affective disorders hitting me by the end of January this month. I'm done with it. I need to go somewhere with some sunshine. Or the sunshine needs to hurry up and turn up. But yeah, apart from that, no, all right week, just work.
Okay. Thank you. Joel, what's up in your world? We haven't seen you in, I don't know, better part of a month probably. Anything good?
No, my mother's condition is still the same.
Okay.
And I still have a roof, even though the conditions and strong winds here hit a little bit.
Yep.
But
That's a good thing.
no major dents as far as I know in my city. So that's it.
Very good. That's a good thing, right, Joel? So
More or
focus on that. Good. Mr. Akabadeshan, how's life in your world?
Yeah, it's pretty consistent. Yeah, we I'm a little bit further west of the country than I would have been because there's been a lot of coastal erosion, but it's not affecting me. I'm in a condo, so I'm not really exposed to its conditions. But Qashqai in general has been fine. Sintra has taken more of a whack, but I know that Garbo and all the others have really suffered the brunt of this. Yeah, it's just more about great. Although we did get I would say that we have had a couple pockets the last day or so where we have seconds of a sunshine for a bit, which
I saw today.
I don't know, which lured me out in order to get whacked by like a freak 5 minute deluge. I went and took the sky is blue. I'm gonna run the garbage out, and then bam! It's like I'm sprinting back in. Yeah. So yeah.
It's a fucking weather trap, Ken. It does it on purpose. It lures you out just to get you fucking wet.
Yeah.
It does it on purpose.
Actually, today I made it out twice without getting wet. So there you go. Who's it? What is that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's Andrew making the anal intruder. You're
That's
going to get to see it first.
He made me bring this to
3D printed. He's making the anal intruder mug. Yeah. So.
Yep. We'll get to see it first.
Yeah,
I don't want to be the first.
No, you'll get to see it first.
Have you got the attachment with the rubber glove on the end?
We don't know who's going to try it first.
You'll see it over your shoulder as Andrew inserts it into you.
So
it's a new sort of cock and ball tickler cock ring. My own design.
There you go. Thank you. So Lee, how is things in your world?
Oh, I'd love to complain.
So you
But yesterday afternoon was the nicest weather we've had in 2 weeks, and I spent it drinking with fucking Eric.
Sounds like a bad thing, doesn't it?
It does. Today was another fucking nightmare. Tomorrow is forecast to be shocking. You just can't plan anything, can you? You just can't plan it. Wednesday. Yeah. Did you see it?
Yeah, it just flashed out my window.
No, it just lit the balcony up. No, Wednesday was meant to be really, really bad. So we arranged a lunch. Oh, no, sorry, Thursday was meant to be really, really bad. So we arranged a lunch, and it was actually quite a nice afternoon. I jacked it today at about 1:30ish. I got back on the street, but the street was running like a fucking river. We've got a lot of localised around here. Funny enough, the fire station has flooded.
Well, is it a low-lying area?
Yeah, it's right by a river.
There you go.
So it's the car testing area, the MLT service place. It's got a Portuguese name. I don't know what it is. That flooded the school.
I know where that fire station is. That's a flood.
Yeah, the school, the fire station, and the MLT test center got flooded today. Oh, we had a shooting at the start of the week in Montreal, in Toulouse. Not in Montreal, in Toulouse. as everyone keeps telling me, it wasn't actually in Montemouth. It was
No.
it was in Cluj.
1.5 tons of cocaine that these Danish guys were trying to smuggle was found in Portimao today. So they they arrested, I think it's 9 Danes and someone off in Denmark, and it was Operation Valhalla. Fucking what? And they were moving it in a coffin, in a hearse. That's how they were trying to get across the borders.
What a good idea.
Clearly not, mate.
It's quite nuts.
What a fucking good idea. Put it under a body.
Anyway,
They might use the body as the guy that got assassinated in the street near me, Pete.
well, but
With
they,
a-
it
with a
obviously wasn't
submachine
good idea 'cause
gun.
they got caught, didn't they? So
It was.
it's quite a shit
It
idea.
was described as a military style automatic weapon.
Yep.
So yeah, someone got proper whacked just down the road. I didn't hear
Did you
anything.
see-
I didn't say anything.
Did you,
The
did you
first
see a
thing I
picture-
heard it was
did
Eric
you see a
messaged me
pic-
saying, "You killed somebody."
Did you see a
Yeah.
picture of the car?
No, I've not.
I was gonna say, like where I come from, that they saved that for Valentine's Day.
It looks
that's-
like
Yeah,
right out of the Godfather. It's a Porsche.
Yeah.
The windows are shot out. The doors are just riddled with bullets. So, yeah.
When you messaged me, I looked it up on my local news site that's in
Yeah.
English, and I messaged you back saying he was probably asking for it.
Yeah,
It's not.
for
An,
sure.
it wasn't an accident. Somebody knew who he was, and they took care of business.
They knew where
Yeah.
it was going to be, and they took
Yeah.
care of it.
Yeah. So I never object about criminals killing criminals. That's always
There you
just part of being a criminal.
That's
Apart
about
from that,
the
the weather's been shit, but the fire's nice. Just in the little.
Oh, you need another log on there or something. That's
Do you know what? It's red hot in here. If I put another log on, I might toast. But I've still got my hoodie on. So I'm going to go out for a cigarette in a minute. My parents are over next week.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that should be interesting.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, there you
they're,
go.
they're gone by Friday though, so I'll be on the cave. That's not an issue.
Yep.
I intend to dump them on Eric for a couple of days. I'm hoping Eric will step in as a family member and take care of it. So I don't have to.
I'll be around. And the good news for you, is our lift was out for just over 3 days, and it just got fixed today, this afternoon. Because I was going to have to send you a message and say, there's no way in hell your parents are making it up to the 4th floor.
No, they don't have to come to your apartment. If we go for dinner on Thursday night,
Yeah.
sorry, on Tuesday night at the steak place, they can
Yeah.
meet us at Keneal. We can get an Uber there, or they can get an Uber there, and me and you can walk.
Right.
We're going to bring the baby into the city, which will be fun. Wednesday night is Thailand here,
Mhm.
and then Thursday night will just be somewhere near the hotel, somewhere in Lisbon. Not decided yet. Nice
Cool.
and easy. Nice and easy. Dad, my fucking mum and dad are looking forward to seeing you and Pat more than fucking me.
It makes sense,
That's,
doesn't it?
that's really fucking annoying.
Yeah. Because
I told you.
we actually like their company, unlike you.
Yeah.
So
Who knows why? They fucking irritate me.
Well, also Eric's in the market for parents. So yeah. So,
yeah, there is that.
Yeah, there is a new vacancy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of fresh out. So yeah, there's
Oh, that's so bad. Why did I think of it?
You're slow on the take, and you think you're going to do a comedy show? I don't think so.
Well,
Anyway.
I have been working on a bit about my parents coming over and me not seeing them, and the fact I sort of moved to Portugal is a bad idea. I'm working on a bit for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
been what I was thinking about today, because that comedy thing I watched about comedy training was about using your personal life experiences and what's happening in the moment.
Yep.
So I'm working on a bit for it. I'll work it out tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
that's it. That's me done. Pete, please.
Pete,
We're all
go.
wait. I love just one more thing. I love the fact that Gary's last, because we're all waiting to hear what he's going to say. We've all the last 2 weeks been thinking about him. I can't wait to see what he's going to say.
other than slightly off, I can't complain about anything until I hear what Garth was going through. So
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, Pete.
Well, so I had like minor damage on my my polytunnel. Just kind of the none of the structure went, but just the plastic. So no real issues. And my road, I've still got to fix up, but I've just got to wait until the rain's gone. There's not much point in doing it until the rain's gone, unless it's so bad I can't get down it.
But it's always an issue, and there's just a bigger issue.
Saying that, there's one bit of really good news. I had a tree fall on the electric line, and this electric line, bear in mind it's 3-phase. It only goes to our property. That's it, right? It fell over and it was leaning on the electricity line just after the storms. And Di sent a picture to the mayor, and it got chopped up within 12 hours of us sending the picture, right? When I was
it's not what you know, it's who you know, Pete.
No, you Pete's part of the council now. So
no, it's not
like,
that. Honestly, when I was going down to Garvo's, the number of trucks we saw with guys chopping up trees that had freshly fallen just on that route down to Al Viazra was just unbelievable. And some of the wreckage we saw, like even our local supermarket, all of that was trashed. Like just the entire front of it was, and it was just weird where it hit and where it didn't. So there were people that I know not far away from us felt nothing. We felt it was pretty strong winds, but everything we've got is like fucking bulletproof. I made sure we knew it was windy here anyway, so I made sure it was kind of pretty simple. But
sorry to repeat, but the decathlon sign blew down near me.
Well, you should see what Garvo's area is like. But even our area, some bits like the station that have been there since like I don't know 1923 or something. That the roof blew in on that, and they fixed it. The amazing thing for me is how quick everything's kind of been fixed. But it's at the moment the rain, man. I've been over to Spain a couple of times, and the rivers are just completely full and so totally saturated. All the fields are saturated. Anyone living anywhere near a river is fucked. And there's quite a few illegal builds near rivers near us that people don't even fucking know about. And they won't know if people have survived that until way after. No one knows they're there. So it's a pretty bad situation, man. Just the problem is the trees haven't got anything to hang on to. So it means that the wind comes along, all this rain, all the poles, any wooden poles are half rotten, and they're just about to snap. The trees we saw going along the road, the number of them that were just about to topple, with a small gust, they'll get taken out now after just the continuous rain. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I have to admit, I don't think we've ever had a storm like this. I know it didn't affect you guys, but it was a hurricane. It was a force hurricane with the winds that they had. So anyway, I will leave it.
It has been bad down here. It has been bad down here, but we had we got the brunt of the storm in March.
Yeah, but
it
wasn't a hurricane force. You didn't have like 200 odd kilometer winds, you know.
No.
But it took down giant trees, but like last year.
It's where it hit, like Maria, where the dock is. Fuck me, it's just absolutely fucked, you know. And like the wind, the force winds that some areas had and some didn't, it was shocking to me, like, because I didn't expect the places to go that did. So, but just driving up to Gary's, like Al Viazra, fuck knows why we decided to meet there, because obviously there was no electricity at any of the chargers. I had to fucking end up going Gary speeds on the way back. I was doing like 90 kilometers an hour. Honestly,
and hopefully the wind is behind you to get you home.
Oh, it was awful. Honestly.
You take it every hill. Don't break.
It was so bad. I had like trucks overtaking me. It was that bad. Right? I had to literally crawl it back. And that was because of some cunt. I found the only charger that worked, and this shitbag fucking kept pushing the emergency button and shutting it off so he could charge. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I got back in the end, so it was all right. But fuck me, honestly, yeah, it's pretty bad, man. Honestly, but I want to hear Gary. So go ahead.
Wait. Can we make it full screen, Eric?
Of course. How's that?
They look rough.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
I expect to see water. I expect to see water behind him. Yeah,
I don't want to see any more water. I've seen enough water. Thank you. I've had it. Where do you want me to start, boys? I mean, what do I say? It's fucking just. It's
well,
devastating.
we've not seen you for 2 weeks, Gary. Start from the beginning. How are you and Linda getting on?
Yeah,
We're
we just
okay.
want to know how you're doing.
We're okay. We didn't get injured. We're still breathing. We're still alive, which is all good as far as I'm concerned. The house here, it took some minor damage. Some of the roof tiles from there's like a porch cover up on the top landing. They got stripped off and it threw it straight through the annex roof. There was probably about 10 holes in that roof when I got up in the morning. But I sorted that out. A few minor things in the main house. Luckily, here for this house in Alvi Azra, where we are, I think because of the mountain behind us, it shielded us a bit, so we're relatively okay. But the Bomberos chief was on the local station, and he said 98% of houses in Alvi Azra have been damaged to one extent or another. 98%. So that's a sobering figure. A few of my friends are not so well off. There are a couple who the roofs have just gone. They've got no roof. They've just been completely ripped off. And obviously, with it raining so much, they're just living in a swimming pool and all that goes with it. It's a mess. It is a mess. I didn't know Pete were coming down. I'd have come and met you, Pete, but communications have been a bit
If you
squishy.
wanted to meet me, honestly, I was going fucking ballistic because I couldn't find a charger that worked, and I was on like 40% to get back, and I had to crawl. Like, oh my god, it was awful. Honestly,
That's probably a good thing for your leather foot.
it did mean that I saw kind of how devastated it was, and around your way, I think it took it much worse over the other side of the mountain, from what I can see anyway.
Yes, there's definitely two like how can I say, two sides. There's our side where we are like kind of sheltered from the mountain, but across the valley there, probably where you came in, Pete, that took full brunt, and there's not really anything over there that hasn't been seriously damaged. It's fucking had a right doing. The post office is gone, the roof's gone, the walls collapsed, and the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing is, right, if you go like where the islands are, traffic islands, all the signs are just flat. They're just flat, and I don't mean bent. I mean fucking like hammered to the floor flat, but all in different directions. So something has come through and it's been swirling. It's really been giving it some shit. And we're talking about fucking proper metal posts. It's just, unless you see yourself, you can't really explain. They are fucking flat to the floor, not bent, flat to the floor. And trees snapped, smashed, uprooted, you name it. General carnage, basically. And then you get this sort of flooding as well. Luckily, I mean, where I am, I'm on a hill, so it doesn't really affect me, the flooding. It all goes down to some poor old bugger who's lower than I am. But I'm happy that, and grateful that we didn't sustain too much damage here in Alvi Azra, and we weren't injured and we're all good. And most of my friends are all good, but there are a couple of them who are not so good. So you've got to be grateful for where you are in the scheme of things.
Yeah. So Gary, just for my I've been down to your little village there, or your I don't know what you classify that as, like where your cafe is, where all that stuff, that whole area. How is that affected down there? Is that like wiped out?
No, there are a few buildings that have suffered. It's so, like Pete said, it's so random.
Yeah.
Some buildings are okay, some are just totaled. The health centre took a big hit, which is not good. Parts of the swimming pool and the cafe down there, but like anything over that far side where you're coming from the motorway and drop down the hill, that got basically pretty much totaled, pretty much wrecked. But there are people here now. They still haven't got electric. They still haven't got water. And that's we're over a week, 6-7 days away, aren't we? So they're suffering. I've just lent my generator to one of my friends because they're just completely in bits. They've got nothing. So I'll give it to them to try and hold out for a bit. we're just trying to help each other as best as we can, really. That's all you can do.
How's the response been with people trying to help out as far as like bringing bottled water and supplies and stuff like that? Because like here, I would say that like there's been a huge outreach for people to bring supplies up to to the areas that were affected. But I wasn't sure because you never know how it's if it's getting to you or not. So
Right.
It is. I mean, it is getting to us. There's no doubt about it. It's not just the damage to your property or whatever. It's your state of mind, because you never know what's coming the next day, and you're living in constant water here and there, wind, trying to tack things together, to hold them together.
Yeah.
As far as response, I mean, to keep the roads open, they were pretty quick. They just cut through lots and lots of fallen trees. But in response to people with damaged buildings and stuff, for the amount of people they've got working, they've got the army here and everything. So I can't see them doing a lot, to be honest. And I've heard a lot of stories from local people who are really angry that, that they've had serious problems, like houses about to fall on their house. And they were told that, it's not important. There's more important things. And I've seen people just like standing around doing jack shit.
Well,
and the other thing is, I don't want to say this.
The bombardment, the fire brigade near us last week, well, across the Lisbon area, we're asking people with any spare roof tiles, if they could donate them.
Yep.
So I contacted Bombay near Carl. I actually called in because Carl's got about maybe 1,000 spare roof tiles that we want to get rid of anyway. And he just said, we're overrun at the moment with people donating things. So they took my phone number and he said, if they need us, they'll call us. Because the advert I saw was asking for roof tiles. But at the moment, both generosity.
Well, there's been massive amounts of appeals from our area to donate a variety of different things with a list of like what the requirements are.
Yeah,
but a lot of that's been coordinated with people with individual connection with an area that was hit, like different companies, like construction companies, so with that, who are bringing a whole truck, who had the facilities to bring up a whole truck, and they're loading up the workers and stuff like that. But they seem to be targeting areas they had a connection to. So like obviously a neighborhood or area could get skipped if there wasn't a family or a connection.
There is something that I'd say is more of a concern. When Di was in hospital, when you were going off with Linda, it's the fact that the barrage dams are so full now. They've released so much water back into the tributaries and the rivers, but there is a real danger because we've got this weather. We've got, what is it, Marta now as the next storm that's coming through.
Yeah, it's coming today. Coming today and tomorrow will be the worst part.
But
Antonio up is on top of that.
More rain, with barrage dams that are already full. You've got that one in Alentejo, the biggest one there is, but all the barrage dams here are completely full. And I've heard stories of the barrage dam up in Coimbra being held together with sandbags. They're putting sandbags over the cracks. Do you know what I mean? It's not a great situation.
The issue too is the dams in Spain. They are also big. So what Portugal took first, Spain took second, and they are overflowing too. And from that consequences is why you now see, for example, Douro and Tejo being overflooded and jumping the banks.
Yeah. No, I'd agree with that. It's a really perilous situation in terms of, I mean, I wouldn't even try and get to Spain just because one of the bits we cross, I've seen flooded once before. It was totally dry this summer, bizarrely enough, but now I think the bridge there will have gone, and it's going to be the same in lots of places. I mean, one of our friends, their only route to any civilization is over a barrage dam bridge, right? And if that barrage dam goes, not only is everyone downstream going to be kind of in trouble, but they won't have any way of contacting anyone. It's kind of if you're low lying and you're near water at the moment, it's not a great scenario, I don't think. Those riverside properties we all looked at and thought, oh, they look fantastic. I don't know.
The small river that there is that serves Matosinhos, Rio Lessa, always overflows when there's a more heavy rain and everything every year. So the place that is called Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz Beach. No, Santa Cruz Beach. First, I'm forgetting the name now. I'm drawing a blank. Anyway, the river crosses there, and honestly, it always overflows. So the houses that are near the river always get flooded by water on the lower levels. So
also because Montesinos is more urban and paved and concrete, so that all that storm stuff is just going to like rush into it. So yeah,
not much things, not so much. It isn't affected with floods. It's more affected port than much things. The river isn't big enough like Douro or Tejo in order to overflow outside of its banks. So even if there is a chance of that happening, it only will affect the dock. That is the lowest part in Matosinhos.
And another place I intend to retire to up the river, Villa Franca has had a bit of flooding. But they're right at the mouth of the Tejo. So at high tide, they get it quite regular.
I tell you, the images I've been flashing up just talking about flooding. This is Alcácer de Sal, which is the other side of Setúbal Peninsula. It's down Troya, yeah. This is like almost Alentejo. This is the River Sardo, and it's up to 2 meters deep in Alcácer de Sal, which is again some of these properties are fucked basically.
Yeah, but that's dolphin turf. Is there any sightings?
The problem is to get over there. The problem is when you get over that side to the Alentejo, the infrastructure just isn't there for drainage. Every time I've been, there's been issues with footpaths being eroded in winter. It's just constant over there because it's not built properly. It's all third world. I consider the Alentejo to be third world. It really is just kind of knocked together.
Yeah,
nothing's done properly.
And the coastal area is all marsh and stuff like that. So that's
big fucking swamp. It's a big swamp. And when they put the drains in, they didn't do a proper job of it. I've been over that side, down that way, maybe 5 or 6 times, and every time I've been, there's been problems with fucking rainfall. And it could be like a really light rain, and the footpath just erupts, and sinkholes appear, and everything just drops into a sinkhole at some point. I've always considered that to be third world over that, and it gets so hot in the summer, everything's baked. And then in winter, they get a little bit of rain, and it all goes to shit.
It's busy Florida, where my mother lives.
Florida,
it's a swamp.
It's the same up where Gary is now, from Tamar going up. It's not built for this. It really isn't. No. And there's too many trees. And we've had rainfall now for like 4 or 5 weeks, so the ground is sodden. It's sodden, and the lightest gust is shaking trees. It's really But I was just saying to Pete earlier, we got whacked. We got whacked in March, and it got rid of thousands of dangerous trees around where we live. And March was really bad. So now there's only good trees left. There's only good trees that are falling over where we are in Lisbon. We've already faced it. We were lucky enough to get whacked in March. But I've had some major limbs down in gardens. I've been going around doing my normal route, but looking at drains outside people's houses and just saying, I've been today, I've done the garden, but I also cleaned the drain outside your house. Because the grids are full of leaves. So with the wind, all the leaves come off, they gather around the drains, and nobody's out clearing them. No. There's no government source out sweeping the streets, and the streets are full of pine needles and shit. I don't know if you saw, Gary, but I posted a video mid last week of a street near where the other Lee lives, where engineer Lee lives.
Yeah.
Million euro houses, and the tarmac is shot to fuck.
Yep.
There's the mechanic told me last month when the van done. The mechanic told me to avoid potholes.
Yeah.
I think he was fucking joking.
Because he knows
Because
you're aiming for him.
Yeah, some of those streets are like fucking Beirut.
Yeah,
Like it's been mined for a month.
I avoid those in my Land Rover, Lee. Don't worry, your van must be like driving into a mine crater or something, right?
No, they are. I posted a video of a junction, and the junction's at the bottom of really slow.
I saw it,
Yeah, and you just can't avoid it. And that not just at one place; it's everywhere over near where Carl lives. Carl's street.
That's not going to get fixed anytime soon.
No, that street 300 yards down from Carl's house that goes to Fontatellia, that's been closed now for 6 weeks because the road's flooded. It's knee high.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's knee high, and they're not fixing the problem. They just close the road. Close the road, let it dry out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine come summer.
Yeah. I saw a video of a beach bar in Fontatellia just kind of go into the sea.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we've had evacuations down in Fontatellia.
yeah.
Again, a lot of illegally built houses. And Caparica the same. They've had to evacuate people from under the cliffs.
Yeah. Well, there's landslide problems now.
Well, do you remember the Airbnb? The Airbnb my mum and dad stayed in August at Fontatellia. That was one of the places that was evacuated.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I saw those clips. I'm like, ooh, bad weather. That seems like it could be an issue. Yeah.
Eric,
It's fucking dangerous.
When you were down with me, Eric, I think we did. We went to the river beach at Agrol for. That's underwater now. That's gone.
You showed us a couple of river beaches while we were down there. Yeah.
Yeah, the one by the river.
The river beach by the river.
Yeah, that one.
That's totally underwater now. If you was in that restaurant now, you'd be drowning. You'd be like,
you'd be fishing and drinking at the same time.
You would definitely.
See, but it's then it's going to come down to how do places like that recover from this, right? Their whole livelihood is,
But
gone,
you remember
right?
on the wall there were pictures when that had happened before. Yeah, there were photos on the wall when they've been flooded, so they must have to come back from it. So.
Well, I guess.
The other sad reality is give it 6 months, and you'll be looking at this as the alternative. That's the routine of summers, isn't it? Here is, wildfires or fires, wild or deliberate, whatever it is. That will be inevitable come July, August time. They'll be like, oh yeah, half it's on fire again. Which I find ironic that they have to release all this flood water now, and then it'll be dry as a bone in a few months' time.
Yep.
I don't think it will this year, to be honest. I think all the aquifers, everything.
I think this year will probably be. We'll get a light touch.
I don't think it's going to be anything like that. It's like usually we expect rains in April. Yeah, that's meant to be the month of 1,000 rains, right? I remember when I first moved here, I didn't have any rain till I think it was August, right? Or literally nothing at all for 5 years ago. And this is pretty freak weather. And the storms that we've had, that hurricane, it's just smashed places up. It's completely smashed up. And that flooding as well.
Isn't it strange that I've known you that long? I remember you saying you had rain in August.
Yeah, it's just nuts. That was mental.
I've known you far too fucking long, people. It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying.
I remember you getting rain in August and complaining about it and me thinking, rain in August? That's not normal.
I know, but that was the first rain we had. We had nothing all over Christmas. So weather can be pretty strange, but it is definitely getting weirder. And I think we're definitely getting more freak events. But
Carl Musman put something on Facebook. Carl Musman put something on Facebook today or yesterday. And Jazz, our mate Jason, was the first one to comment on it. And Jason said, and his comment was, "Don't go outside. Outside is being what outside should be." You know, it's just it goes back to what Gary was saying about the floods happening before. I got stuck in a snowstorm in Scotland one time, and it made national news. I got back to the pub, and they were showing pictures from 5 years earlier where it happened exactly the same.
Yeah.
You know, so it's all on a cycle. It's on a 7 to 10 year cycle, whatever.
Well, they
But
haven't had a storm
I
like
think
this.
this particular storm that Pete's referring to is, I've heard reports that it's the worst storm ever on record in Portugal. So
Because they've only been monitoring wind speed for the last 20 years. So it's technically it's the worst one in 20 years.
We had technically it's the worst one since 41.
There you go then.
They didn't have the weather stations weren't destroyed like they were here. So in this case, it was a freak one. You can't say it was like anything. You can't say it's cyclical because it's never fucking happened before. Especially
I don't know whether you guys can remember. You're old enough to remember the hurricane that we had in the UK back in the.
Yeah.
I
wasn't there, but I remember.
I was actually out in that. The date struck. I was actually in what used to be Seven Oaks when it
One Oak it wasn't it?
It became One Oak at the end.
And I remember that distinctly because I've never had a wind literally take me off my feet and just blow me over. Just literally whip me off my feet. But what happened here is 10 times worse than that. Fucking leaves it well behind. Well behind. It was horrific. I've never heard wind like it. It was like some wild animal at the shutters and the windows trying to get in. It really was proper hurricane weather, you know. And I think if truth be known, it must have spawned a couple of little tornadoes by the damage it did and the pattern of the damage.
As we said earlier, with the traffic signs facing different directions.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, no, that's what I just thought. I just thought low whirlwind. Yeah,
I think there was a video showing 3 small tornadoes in the sea.
They always spawn tornadoes, and then also like you get these like weird spikes where it comes directly down, like a you know.
Yeah.
Downward spout. So yeah.
I was telling Eric when we met on Thursday for lunch. I left here in the morning at like 7 o'clock. Going up the hill at Monsanto, I was pushing a wave in front of the van. It was that bad. Going down the hill, I think I might have been surfing in the van. I don't think I was making contact with the tarmac. And I saw cars in front of me were swaying all over the place. I don't know how I got down the hill. Crossing the bridge, I couldn't see off the bridge, which is, I've never experienced that before. It was a complete like rain out. You know, like you get a really thick fog or a really thick snow. It was like that with rain. And I got 200 meters from the end of the bridge, and it was like driving out of a really heavy curtain. I wish I could have been. If I'd have been brave enough, I'd have videoed it, but I didn't want to let go of the steering wheel. And I emerged on the other side to blue skies. It was really strange.
It's weird, isn't it? So weird.
We got to hook you up with a dash cam, so you know capture all these events.
If I'd had a dash cam, I'd have made a fortune on TikTok with it. It was.
There you go.
I was white knuckling it across the bridge. I was shitting myself.
You need to have a dash cam that's triggered by the steering wheel. When you grip it hard enough, it automatically turns on. On
the test, if you press the horn, it records 10 seconds before you press the horn, right? So it will pre-record what you've already had. And I've done that for a bit of the wildlife. I missed, I told you I saw that pine martins.
Was that you messaging or your wife? Because we need to speak about this.
Oh, good. That was me. That pine marten. They're lovely animals. They really are. And I know, I'm sure that's what's been doing on the maps.
Yes, it will be. It will be.
Yeah.
If there's one on the land, that's what's been doing the shit.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
I'd just like to point out, I predicted it from one bad photograph of a poo. I got one bad photo of a poo and gave you 2 options of what it could possibly be, and then you saw one a fortnight later. I'm always right.
Anyway,
I can.
lads, boa noite. Bom fim de semana.
All right,
I know my.
Joel, good luck with your family.
Joel,
Everyone
go fuck
is on the mend. Yeah.
Go fuck yourself. He's only upset we not spoke about.
Yeah, I love you too. Go fuck yourself.
He's only upset we not spoke about fucking James Bond, which is what I chatted about earlier.
Garbo, before we get into bird talk / like hunting across,
We're not talking bird. We're talking poo. We're talking poo.
Yeah, but I know your primary residence and Alvazera.
Again, you want to hear the part 2?
I want to know about the other thing because Lee told me that like oh, so both his places got whacked, and then I'm like, oh, in his camper van. So I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I know you got the.
I'm sorry, I've got to tell you the story. I'm sorry to go on. Right, here was power off, nothing working. So I thought I'll use the camper van because the heater's good in there, isn't it? Because it has got a cracking heater in it and it's got lights and stuff. So me and Linda moved into there while nothing was on, and sat there, and it started to rain. I thought, no worries, we'll be all right. And all of a sudden, the water started to come through the ceiling. I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, no. And I got up and had a look, and one of the roof tiles had winged off, and it put 3 holes in the ceiling of the camper van, punctured the.
Only you, Gavin. Only you.
Lee told me that you moved it away so that it would be clear of the building, and then yeah.
Well, I had 2 choices, right? I left it out on the patio there, right? Because we were supposed to be having this thing, the weekend. I thought, well, I'll leave it there; it'll be all right. Or I could have put it up in the field. It's a good job I didn't put it in the field because the fucking tree come down there, it would have crushed it flat. But here, it ended up with 3 puncture marks in the roof. But there's always a good thing somewhere. Right? I've discovered the best tape ever that, you should use if you've got a hole in something. Is it
called Black Gorilla?
Even better, man. It's like if you imagine super duper thick sellotape, that sticks to fucking anything. And it got stuck to my hand, and I couldn't get the fucking stuff off. And I slapped it on the roof, right? And I thought, right, have that, and it hasn't leaked. It didn't leak,
wow.
So we could use the camper van. That was okay. So, right, part 2. The other place.
Oh, no, but by the way, we need to get them as a sponsor because I could
many
miles I would have slapped that on.
I think it's American.
There's a brilliant advert with this guy that saws his boat in half and then uses gaffer tape to
right.
put it together, right, and do it. I bet it's that. Oh, it sounds awesome. Anyway, go on, Gary. What's part 2?
Right, the Eagle's Nest. The Eagle's Nest chapter. Having left here and tacked everything together, I thought I better go and look at the other place, which is it's out in the middle of nowhere. In it, Pete, it's up in the hills.
Oh, it's lovely.
In the forest.
Was lovely.
I said it is a lovely place to be, and I said to Linda, love, steel yourself because this could be quite bad. I'm not confident about this. This could be quite bad, and the normal road that we went up, we couldn't go because there was about 18 trees fucking blocking the road. So we had to come around the other way. And as we come up the hill, the guy's barn thing, that was flat. And then as you come around the hill and just get a view of our house, it was heartbreaking. It really was because I couldn't see the fucking house. It was just a pile of trees. It was just fucking a big, tumbled down bush of trees. But this really isn't going to be good, is it? With that amount. And there's a eucalyptus gone down on the back that's uprooted. The curious thing is, right, 2 pine trees didn't get uprooted, right? About 10 foot up, they just sheared off, right? And it's travelled maybe 20, 30 feet, right? The top part of the tree, and they're not small trees. I couldn't get my arm around the trunk of one. It's took that maybe 20, 30 feet and smashed it into the side of the house. Two of those trees just sheared them off and smashed it into the side of the house and left them there. You saw the photos, didn't you? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just immensely powerful wind to do that.
Yeah. And where Gary's at, for the people that don't know where that house is, it's kind of at the top of I won't call it a mountain, but where the
Kind of a
elevation
valley,
is
isn't
there,
it? Little.
you're at the top.
Yeah.
So in your particular area, I'd be curious to know what happens to all the people that are like down the hills from
few
where
of
you
them-
were at.
A few of them got tiles ripped off and that stuff, but I think probably we're probably one of the worst hit in that village.
Yeah,
Because there's so many trees like between your property and theirs that could have just dominoed down, and you know.
Well, that little forest at the back, I would say 70% of his trees are leaning over or on the floor easily. But just these two, and the one at the back, for some reason, they seem to go the other way. They got snapped off and thrown straight into the house. Luckily, and you always have to find a positive. They hit the stone part of the house, and some of the blocks are probably 12 to 18 inches thick on that side of the wall. So if it had hit the other side, it would just been a pile of rubble because that's your normal building blocks on that side.
Right.
But I think it may have caused some structural damage to it. Even so, some of the blocks have moved, and I looked at the roof, and I can see something's moved somewhere. Until we got the insurance people in and had a look, I won't really know. I've taped it and bodged it up as best as I can. Whether it will survive, it was okay yesterday. I had a look. Whether it will survive the next assault, I don't know.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I'm shocked you could actually make it up there, Gary. Truth be told, because I know where it is.
I have to draw a differential here, right? I think the council in Alerosh are far more proactive and better than the council in Alviazra, because they'd cut through most of the trees within no time. We had people on the ground with us, the council, saying, "Can we help? What can we do to, at least get you into the place?" And the big parts of the trees that I hadn't got the equipment for, they took away. They cut and took away. So really, my couple of days spent just trying to get around the house and get it clear and stuff off the house with my own chainsaw. That was doable, but they've been there and they've been talking to me here. Nothing. Nobody.
Honestly, I think it's
Garbo. It could be municipality in Freguesia versus Freguesia.
I think it's size,
but also like was it as widespread as Ezra, where they have a lot more to deal with.
No, I think the Alerosh council.
Do you think it's the council, or do you think it's just they had more local?
No, Alerosh was probably one of the worst hit places. As far as damage. And,
so they had to deal with as much damage as
easily. So there's a lot more trees for one thing. But let me say this, right? One of my friends, Chrissy, she's an elder.
No, you've got no friend.
Okay, I know her. She's getting on a bit. She lives on her own. Her husband died a few years ago, right? And her chimney got blown off. He went through the roof, took concrete beams out, right? Smashed through the roof, totally wrecked her fucking roof. She went to the local council to ask for some help, and they said, "No, you're not important enough. No, go away." But other people around her were getting help. And 3 times she went to the council and she got sent away. So she came here back into Alviazra and said, "Look, I'm desperate. My house is just open to the weather." And the woman from Alviazra Council went to Cabassos and said, "You've got to help this lady." And suddenly, because somebody else, from a different council was on their tail, they said, "Oh yes, okay, fair enough." But I'm getting this feeling that if you are not Portuguese, you might be being put down the list just a little bit. They think,
I think, Gary, it's to do with the size of the councils, because everyone bloody knows everyone, yeah. So everyone pitches in to help, so things get done really quickly. I'll be honest. Jamie's track got cleared within like 12 hours as well, yeah. Everyone I know had a really good experience because it's small enough for everyone to be local to help each other out. Once you get to a size where
but she doesn't live here, Pete. She lives in Cabassos, which is a smaller satellite place. I would go with you on that, but Cabassos is only a small little place. It's probably the same as your local village, Orca. It's about the same size, and she was definitely discriminated against, definitely. And some of the local lads around here had to go around and put a tarp over a house to try and help her out, and they did. but she was denied the same treatment as anybody else, which I'm not happy about, really, because she's not a young lady. She lives on her own and not in the greatest of health. So I would have made her a priority case if I was in the council, but they just didn't send her away.
I think I think that happens everywhere, Gary, to a degree. I'm not going to argue with you. I've come across it myself a few times. I think that happens a lot.
Yeah. But
yeah. It's not quite nepotism, but it's something along the lines of, I don't know your family. I don't know where you're from.
Yep.
But you should have got on the list. Yeah, I think it makes a big difference, especially here in Portugal. I'm quite lucky. I've not faced myself, but I've heard of it on more than one occasion. Yeah.
Well, I haven't around here. I'll be honest. I don't think I've heard anyone really. It doesn't matter who you are. Even we've got gypsies that moved in to a house not that far away, and burn
them out. Burn them out now. You breed like rats, Pete. You breed like rats.
Have you heard that the water speed record has been broken by some guy from the Azores on a deck chair?
And being that we're trying to make light a little bit because it's a serious situation, but again, I was reading an article today, and there was a scientist that tried to bring a positive spin on the whole thing. With the dams letting all the water out that they did and all of this. He said there will be no shortage of sardines for any of the festivals this year because now the sardine community is being spread out all over the place. So I didn't quite know how to take that because,
sardines are sea fish, Eric. You don't live in rivers.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what I read.
Right, okay.
Newspaper.
The dams will make no difference to the sardines at all. Well, no, they might do.
Also, they don't wrap sardines in newspapers, so yeah.
The nutrients going down the rivers might get into the sea and help the sardine stock in the future, but it won't be for this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
And the Spaniards will get them all before we get a chance to.
Bastards.
Batter Spanish.
Joe's not here to slug out the Spaniards. So
Fuck them.
Oh, I love Spain. I was in Spain, a couple of times last week. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It is nice.
But now you're afraid to.
Pretty soon, near where Pete lives, they're going to redraw the line of the country, and Pete's going to live in Spain. Pete will be living in Spain.
No, I don't like the corruption, honestly. I don't mind some.
Oh, there's no corruption here whatsoever.
But the girls are getting prettier. Pete believes the girls in Spain are flirtier and prettier.
They
so
are.
if they move the border, all the Portuguese girls will immediately become Spanish, immediately be 10% more pretty and a little bit more flirtier.
More flirtier, definitely. More flamboyant and more flirtier. Prettier? I don't know, because there's a lot of pretty Portuguese women. There really is.
Oh, but then, Gary, I hate to say it, with Portuguese women, people are going to kill me for this, so I'm going to say this very quietly, right? Their legs, some with Portuguese women's legs are the size of my torso, literally overnight, right? Honestly, it's just a weird one. You sometimes look down.
They're going to ride you like a derby winner.
There is a tree trunk connection to it, Pete. Like, you're quite right.
Yeah, I mean, Pete, we just talked about the high winds. Those are the ones that are left here. Otherwise, they blow over to Spain.
That's why we have not many deaths. We have more people dying.
The thin leg ladies are they've blown away. So yeah,
they all died fixing their roofs, or what was the other one? Putting a generator. Some family put a generator inside, and all started. One of them died, and they're all in serious condition of carbon monoxide poisoning. So
I heard about that. Yeah, I heard about
idiots. Isn't it, really? Oh God!
There's been seven. Well, as of I think it was Wednesday, I heard it. 7 fatalities of people fixing the roofs.
Yeah,
on their own. So 7 people have died trying to fix their own properties.
Some of them were in their 80s. Can you imagine
they were.
anyone in their fucking 80s?
One of them was 89, Pete. One of them was 89, and he's on his own fucking roof with a hammer.
Thinking, I'll go and fix that tile myself. Fuck waiting for anyone. Yeah.
All I can think of is Gary on the top of his roof up there.
Well, that's what I was just going to
And
say.
he
I had
just-
no idea. I had no idea when on the roof at Lair Rush it was going to hold or not. I thought I've just got to fucking go up there.
You could have been another statistic there,
I
Gary.
could have been. I
Honestly.
could have been.
You could have been
worst
number
thing
8,
is-
Gary.
the worst thing is where the roof is like that, right? You got ladders, right? And they go, and you can't see the fucking ladder when you come down, and your legs pushing around for the fucking step on the ladder. And worst of all, right? Thousands of fucking black flies, midges, right, out of the trees, right? You're eating them. You're fucking in your ears and in your eyes. Oh man!
Oh, welcome to my world, dickhead. Welcome to my world.
Yeah, but
It's quite a Darwin thing though. When someone is of generator fumes because it's in the house, you think that's actually quite a good Darwin Award winner, isn't it? It's like carbon monoxide.
I think, as Lee said, though, deciding to go up a roof at 89 is a pretty Darwin-y thing to do. As
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't
right.
need to-
Thursday morning, Gary. Thursday morning, I went onto the balcony for a cigarette, and there was a queen wasp apparently on the washing line on the peg, and it fell down my shirt and stung me on my neck, right where my vein is. And I felt her sting me. I squeezed her and killed her, and threw her off the balcony, thinking you're dead. All day it was red raw and pulsating. And she must have been blown out of a tree. She must have been comfy somewhere, been disturbed with the weather, and ended up on my balcony and chose me to fucking sting.
Well, that's actually strange. That is because
Lee,
what
they
used to be my
recognise
shed,
people.
what used to be my shed, right?
They can
It
still
was total fucking
she
destruction.
blames
The
British
tree-
Petroleum for the global warming.
Apparently,
Blew
they
out of the
can-
tree.
They
Yeah.
can recognise up to 40 faces, so they can actually
Oh, yeah.
like stinging you again. So there's
No.
certain people that
This was a wasp. This was a wasp, not a bee. Wasps are far more, just far more aggressive.
they are
so-
shit. But they can
Yeah.
recognise 40 people, and they will go for, if they've taken a dislike to you, they'll fucking go for you again and again. It's not like a bee could do that, is it? They're just,
I have never been stung in February before off a fucking wasp or a bee.
well,
They're normally fast asleep by now.
All right,
I gotta-
Garvin's
I
got
gotta tell
Garvin's
you-
got something. So
I got to
yeah.
tell you this, right? Because what used to be my shed at Lair Rush,
Before the tree landed on it.
yeah, before it was smashed to fuck. I'm trying to just get the whatever I can out of it, and I noticed some movement in the corner, and there's a bumblebee, right, and it's fucking soaked, and it really is absolutely on the end of its tail.
Oh, poor
I-
thing.
I actually picked him up in my hand, right, warmed him up a bit, and put him somewhere dry. Yeah,
Gee.
and then he didn't sting me, didn't bite, and right, and in the end, he actually just he disappeared. He went
Yeah.
away. That's why
It's a she, Gary.
he's a she, whatever.
There's,
But then,
there's no males live at the moment.
imagine this, right? The house is still covered with trees. I've let the bee go, and then the solar light come on in the front garden. I thought, well, that's fucking strange, isn't it?
Doing your bit, and the bee did her bit.
So but there is always a bright side. I saved a bee. The house is fucked, but I saved a bee.
oh man, at least you had it.
Bees are really gentle compared to wasps, especially solitary bees.
Yeah.
They're really nice. Yeah. We kept this is going back a long time. When I bought the house at Whitworth, before Rory and Tess were born, I knocked down the shed in winter to build a dog kennel, a proper outdoor facility for the dogs. And there was a bumblebee in there. And so obviously it's hibernating. And I just smashed its house to pieces. It was stuck up in like the eaves of the shed. So I moved it onto the kitchen windowsill and give it a little. We had a lean-to conservatory thing. It was like a bad, dodgy greenhouse.
Yeah.
So I put it inside there with a little glass of sugar water, a little cup of sugar water.
Yeah.
It stayed alive all winter.
Wow.
And it was just mooching around on the windowsill all winter. When we kept going out with like bits of apple for it, orange peel, just giving it all sorts, and it was dead happy. And in the spring, it fucked off, Didn't say thank you. Like no, like stuffed off its cap on the way out.
Lift one of his 6 legs and go, cheers, man.
No, it didn't. Gary did nothing. He just left and fucked off. I was really annoyed. It'd been my pet for like 3 months in the worst winter.
That'll teach you.
You know, you'll see.
Now I just kill them all when I see them.
I'm going to ask about your bees. What's this doing with your bees? This sort of weather. I mean, fucking what's happening there?
We're down to 2 beehives now, but that was expected. I checked Carl's yesterday. Not yesterday, day before. Just before Eric came, actually. When was that? Wednesday. So I checked them like Wednesday about 11 o'clock. They're fine. There's millions in the box. So I'm hoping to get at least one of the hives through till spring.
Yeah.
What about the ones in the south?
No, they're all fucked. They're all gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was kind of expected, so it's not. It wasn't a shock. But Joaquin, my bee guy, is now officially registered because last year we were using another old boy's licensing or certification. But Joaquin, my bee guy, is now officially registered. So we're hoping in the spring to really get into it really early. Where last year we left it a little bit too late. I said this year at the time. I said it at the time. We left it a bit late last year to get started and get going. And the ones that we actually paid for, the queens we paid for, what made that mistake again? They were far too late. Their colonies never got going. So the original colony that I got to Carl's really early last year has done really well. All the others have just didn't make it. But we've used the frames from those, the good frames from those, we've used them in our good hive. So it's kind of you always want 2 or 3 so you can take from the poor ones to give to the good ones. A bit like the Conservative Party. At the moment, the Labour Party. Take it from the rich to give to the poor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little Robin Hood action right there.
No.
Yeah.
That is basically beehive mentality. Yeah. I mean, that you're defined. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's looking good for next spring. Yeah.
Okay.
But we've got to clear everything. We've got to clean all the hives. The hives used last year have all been brought in now and burnt. Really, just technically, you go inside them with a blowtorch and just burn all the insides of them and replace the wax. But I've got 2 new guys over near Tim and Paul's that are interested in starting as well, and they've got a really nice spot. They've got a lot of fruit trees, like Tim and Paul's.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully this time next year I might have 4 that have survived. If I get 10 hives going during the summer and I end up with 4 this time next year, I'll be happy. Yeah.
You know, Carl's going to want some honey by summertime, so you better get cracking on that.
The frames in Carl's garden, the ones that are left, have actually got honey in them.
Okay, because
Carl did get honey.
He's been very patient, so you better start delivering.
Carl got honey in October.
Oh, okay.
So you can't complain. We actually got honey in the first season. We got honey in the first season, which might have been a mistake. If we'd have left it with the bees, we might have more bees now.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Yeah. You don't want him adding to his whiskey for no reason.
Yeah, no. It's kind of true. We might have taken. We thought we were doing really well. We might have taken a little bit too much. So human error, and it's a learning curve. So
yeah, sure is definitely. We've got bloody tons, man. Everyone I know that has hives gives us bloody honey. I must have about 20 kilos of fucking honey downstairs. Honestly, no word of a lie. And I just don't know what to use it in. I'm gonna have to start brewing mead.
Pete, one in the storm, we might be coming up for that honey. We'll see.
Yeah, save it, Pete. Save it, Pete, because it's gonna take a lot of honey to fucking roast you with.
I'm already whipping up I'm working on the glaze right now. Yeah,
there you go.
You'll never see it, man. Honestly, Honestly,
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that you hoard your own marinade. Like that's perfect.
Oh, Lee, when I was waiting for a package. I had to get a light for my dartboard because it was just too unlight, and I've got a proper mat so you can get your distances right. But I picked those up today. But my mate, I knew he'd do it because my bow's slightly better than his bow is. I knew I was in the post office and there's a brand new bow sitting right fucking next to me with his name on it. So he's ordered this one that's like, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 grand or something like that. Some fucking monster bow, right? And I know he's going to be uber competitive. So you're going to have to come along. I reckon you have a right laugh.
Well, we're talking about coming up in April. Very early April. So we'll still get a good shooting season.
So there's a bow shop in Lisbon I've got to go to fix my my peep site. So I'll pop along. I'll tell you when I'm in town next. Anyway, I have to go to drink.
But if we come up, you need to start feeding a spot for us.
I know all the spots, man. And
where the pigs are coming in. I'm not shooting a hare. I'm not shooting pigeons. I want a fucking pig.
Yeah, but there's loads, man. I've got so much wildlife on the land, honestly.
See, Lee wants to sit like next to your pool with his bow, and
no.
There it is.
There's a rocky outcrop just up past the solar panels.
Yeah, no, that's where all the hunters hang out. It's brilliant. It's perfect.
Of course it is. I clocked that immediately. You didn't need to tell me.
Huge pile of bottles next to it, and the fact they got a fucking heater up there. How the fuck they got a heater up there? I have no idea. But yeah,
Lee already took a shit there as soon as he saw it. I spotted it and put my shit there.
Bravo, you've been up that hill, right? I went up there because I thought we're bound to have some fucking damage. Not a fucking spot, not a single tree. All the eucalypt, everything was absolutely fine. And I know people not that far away that had their roofs blown off that were completely fucking fucked, man. The supermarket in the industrial estate got fucking ripped to shreds. Honestly, I have no idea.
Let's get back to important business. Forget about the weather. Have you got a trail camera?
Yeah, of course I have. I've got a couple, yeah.
Right, well, start putting some corn out up near that outcrop. And put your trail cameras up and see what time the pigs are coming in.
Oh shit! Who is that? Whoa! Stand by.
I know what's
coming.
Hey, Chris.
Incoming.
Oh, excellent.
Hold on.
Who's that? Holy shit!
Chris, turn your camera off. Chris, turn your camera off. There you go. That's better.
I was going to do a screenshot, but I missed a screenshot. Yeah. No, I didn't. I tried to get a screenshot.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
I think Chris is in Portugal at the moment. I think he's in Portugal.
Chris, put it on for like two more seconds. Chris,
I'll send you the footage on there because we know what he looks like.
I sent you the footage, Ken. No problem.
Good idea for you to come
down.
It's still muted,
so Chris, how's life in the Algarve? Because we understand that the storm had. No, he's muted, but I'm not muted. So, Chris, how is life in the Algarve? Because we've heard that the storms have affected them negatively as well. Go.
Or not.
All right, kick him off the stream.
There's only one thing you can do, and that's that. So there you go.
I put him on a sec because I know I'll get his reaction. What Lee said earlier. I've got an image ready to share, hoping Chris would turn up. So let me just, Chris. I know you can hear us.
Is it an image of Chris taking some hooker from behind?
No.
Chris, there you go.
Please,
yeah,
Chris.
There you go. The other scandal of the moment.
They're like fucking brothers, don't they?
All you need in the middle of that picture is Paul McCartney, and that would be the fucking perfect hate picture for me.
Yeah, I could shoot all three of them without hesitation, Gavin. Obviously with Pete's bow, not with my own bow, because I don't want my fingerprints on it.
Andrew,
wait. I've got you. Garble, you don't want to add more. Add Morrissey to that as well. To get your.
I don't hate him quite that much. He's probably fourth place.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
You don't hate Peter Mandelson. You don't want him dead.
Paul McCartney had a fate worse than death. He was married to Heather Mills for fucking how long? I don't know, 3-4 years. That's surely worse than
I won't hear a bad thing said about Paul McCartney.
Why not?
He's responsible for the wild boar across the UK.
Okay.
That's all right then. I love Paul McCartney now.
Well, there you go.
So
Turn him right around.
Paul McCartney had a huge estate down south, and during the storms that Gary mentioned earlier, a load of wild boar got out, and the local council were killing them everywhere. But Paul McCartney wouldn't let them enter his estate, and that population of wild boar have now spread across the south of England and done more damage than all the migrants put together.
Guys, if you can hear me, I can't hear you. There's something wrong.
We
I
can
can see you,
that.
but I can't hear you.
You got to fix
I'm
that.
absolutely knackered. I'll
Come
log
on.
out and log back in again, see what happens.
All right.
All right.
I'm stepping away from him. So
All right.
You're
We'll
gonna
be
have a
here.
wait.
I need some more wine as well. Give me more.
Okay.
One with a beer. Lovely.
So just going back to it, right? My one gripe is that the Portuguese don't seem to want to ask for outside help, and they fucking need it because they cannot handle this themselves. Especially if it keeps going on like this, because this is a disaster, an absolute disaster, right?
Yeah.
And
Now,
just
no, but one second, Gary, when you say the Portuguese, what are you referring to? Just so we can.
well, whoever's in charge of Portugal, the government, whoever.
So
right?
you're talking about the whole
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. This. I mean,
Okay.
I know it probably central and northern regions are probably more affected, but
Yeah.
they do not have the resources to do this sort of work on that scale. Now, had it be a fire or something, they ask help from Spain or get
Right,
Canadian.
right.
Here, they just don't seem to be doing it, and they need manpower. They need people to get out there on the ground and do it. It's just
Oh,
not.
but I think there's a couple of things with that. Number one is that they did ask for help, so they have got 2.5 billion from the EU in terms of an emergency fund, and they're starting to offer, I think, up to 10 grand a household for damages, just through application. So they have got some help, but you've also got to think it's getting worse. Spain at the moment is fucking nuts in terms of everywhere around Seville is completely fucking, and Andalusia all completely flooded, right? And they've got, do you remember, like, what was it, 2 years ago that they had that massive deaths? It was Valencia, wasn't it, where they just where all those people died in
Yeah.
the ground car
Yep.
parks. And
Yeah.
I tell you what, we aren't that fucking far away from it here either. If the dams, which were built a long time ago, Salazar was responsible for most of those dams. I think like the one up in the Estrella by us for us was 1920s, yeah, and or 30s. It's fucking nuts to think that these structures have got massive cracks in, and the Portuguese are chucking fucking sandbags on them. It's not a good sign, you know. I don't know. Go on, Gary.
I
No,
agree
but
with
see,
you,
but
right,
Pete, stand by. The EU is a big place, right? So I understand the money part, and that's all good. But I think Portugal needs boots on the ground, as they say. So like, where's Germany? Where's France? Where's Italy? Where's Poland? Where's you just rattle them all off, right? I'm not expecting resources from Spain because they're in the same shit show right now. But the rest of these places, it's like get some manpower, get some resources in here.
That's exactly it.
Right.
Exactly.
You got
exactly
the money. The money's good on that. But
if you had this situation in most any other part of the world, right, you'd be having rescue teams or technical advisors pouring in there, from different parts of the globe. That is just not happening. Yes, money's great, but you've got to have people with a bit of know on the ground trying to help out. And I just don't think Portugal has got that. It just doesn't have that knowledge to deal with the situation.
Well, they've got an emergency committee, and they've put the former mayor of Fundão, who I've met a few times, in as the chief of the emergency committee in order to help. They have been saving. If you've seen the pictures of the army taking sheep and goats and stuff out in the annotation, right? They have been putting in help. I think what is difficult is because a lot of the people that are most in danger, we are not going to have any idea what's happened to them for quite a long time. There's a lot of places that are out of contact, or people don't even know if you haven't registered your property, or it's not got an urban article, or you've built some fucking moon house or whatever it is. People don't fucking know that you're gonna be there.
No, but even Pete, but even places like Leary, you mentioned Doc and his situation there.
Yeah.
That's a hellhole, right? So let's get some people in there. Let's get some resources going. Let's try and help those people out.
Some people with a
Right, like where Garvo's at. Let's get that done.
Yeah.
The people we don't know about. It's like right now we don't know about, but we know about a lot of other people.
Yes,
So,
very true.
I know a guy that works for an NGO who deals with the fire situations up your way, Gary. He's Lisbon based, but he does a lot of like the financial support for people that have lost properties because of the fires. So I seen him on Monday, and on Monday morning, that said the Prime Minister, President, was going to make a statement. So I said to him, "Oh, he's going to ask for European support, financial support," and he said, "No. What he's going to do today, and what he did do, what the President did do, was delay the elections that should have happened this Sunday." He said they're not going to ask for financial support until mid next week because they need to assess it to get all the information to do it properly. If they rush into doing it, they can under budget where they don't get the support they need, or they can over budget where they can't then apply for it again. So what he was saying is it's a delayed response because they need to get in all the financial support they need. So he's suspecting they're going to ask for it this coming week, probably on Tuesday, from what he said.
But it seems like there's a ton of money that's already piling in, to Pete's point.
But we haven't seen the worst of it yet.
That's local councils getting it from a pot, a bigger pot.
Okay.
The
election is still going to take place on Sunday. So
no, not in a lot of places. In a lot of places, it's been postponed. So probably somewhere like up where Gary is, where it's not safe to travel, they've got the option to postpone it, or they've been given the option to postpone it.
Yeah, but many places haven't, or not. They are.
No. There's many places don't need to postpone it.
Right.
This is the strange dichotomy we've got here, right? Is that the guy in Lerosh is saying to me, look, if you need to apply for financial help, blah, 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 which is great, yeah, and I appreciate that. But I'm standing there looking at the fucking roof, which is sliding off. I'm thinking, who the fuck can help me out with this problem? Right. I need it now. I need it yesterday. But there's nobody there on the ground who is doing that because there's not either A, enough of them, or B, somebody who knows actually what to do.
Yeah, I don't think the coordination is good, and
but a lot of the stuff is waiting for insurance companies to tell them what it's going to cost and get the manpower in to do it. So it's just a time thing. They want to get it right, and that kind of sounds fair.
Over the roof, just to putting a tarp over the roof, just to protect.
But this is the kind of event that governments are judged by, right? And I've seen it before. So this government is not going to be judged well based on their response to these events. So
the thing is, Eric, it's still ongoing. We've got more rain coming tonight. Yeah. We've got a storm coming in the morning.
I get it, but so far,
Eric,
not great.
Eric, right? For me, I know I'm responsible for my road, right? The council isn't, to an extent anyway, right? So I'm not going to bother doing it until it's worth me doing. Which isn't until at least the middle of this month, right? Possibly a little bit later. I'll redo all of it. I'll spend everything. Then I'll know what my budget is. The worst of this is nowhere near now. I reckon if it continues raining the same way it has done for all of the barrages dams, there's nowhere for it to fucking go. Yeah, except up is the only place it's fucking going.
Right.
And the trees, and most importantly, the electricity cables, either the wood's rotten or some of the concrete posts, they just haven't got the grip anymore, and they're just fucking bending.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
I think things are going to get a lot worse. I mean, I really do. I'm impressed with the response that I've seen.
Okay.
So far, but
I'll back off because you're in it. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm
Guys,
different.
I just landed at 8 o'clock tonight. I drove from Faro to my house. I've just literally stepped through the door about 20 minutes ago, and the rain was just unforgiving. It was just non-stop. You know, you can't drive too fast because you're going to start aquaplaning all over the place. And it's just, and you know, obviously I've been in London, so I've been watching the news, etc., and seeing what's going on. And I agree with what Lee said, that, you know, if it's still an ongoing situation, you can't really do much, you know, turn around and say, you know, okay, just chuck all this money at it when it's ongoing. But you don't know what you're chucking the money at.
But Chris, if you've got no roof on your house, you'd want a cover on it at least, wouldn't you? You would.
Yeah, and do you know what? Garbo? I've been listening to your voice, but only because I just literally got sound back about 5 minutes ago, and I'm not taking a piss. Other than your roof, are you okay? I mean, like health-wise, because you must be under an extreme amount of pressure right now.
I'm fucked, mate. I haven't got anything left. The tank is empty. I am just dead on my feet, basically. I've just had a look at the weather forecast, and this storm they're predicting, right? They're now saying it's going to follow the same track as the fucking destructive one that come and hit us. And if that does happen, and it's anywhere near that ferocity, we are absolutely fucked, because we just tacked together with bits of tape, bits of string, and if it comes again, we're done for. And I cannot tell you what the result of that would be. It would just be catastrophic on a different level.
Is there anywhere that you can go until after the storm?
No, not really. No, because it's you know, the corridor from the coast to right out to the over to Pete is pretty well wrecked. It's fucked. Everybody's in the same boat. There's no escape. You know, unless I just fucking, you know, go back to Britain or whatever. It's a no-win situation. We're all just trying to help each other out and, you know, survive day by day. That's the level that we're at. And if it comes again, we are all royally fucked to a different level.
It's just crazy, isn't it? It really is.
What's the Algarve like, Chris? Has there anything been major down there?
Not that I've seen so far. I mean, the roads that I drove along today, it was just like driving terrible rain. And when you're knackered and you're driving in the dark, and you know how some people drive in Portugal, they want to be frustrated snowplows, aren't they? You know,
Especially those English people. You got to watch out for them.
yeah. I tell you, like, everybody was slowing down today. You know, if it was 120 the speed limit, people were slowing down to 60 and 50. But I only landed 2 hours ago. I'll find out in the morning. I'll get a better view of the land in the morning, what it's like back down here. But we had hailstones earlier on today and snow.
That is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
We had a hailstorm earlier on today, and it came down so powerfully that it was actually bouncing right off the tiles and coming back up through the gaps in you know where the tile lips over a little bit. It was coming. It was just dropping out like that. It's like watching a shower of like fucking hail coming into the loft. And there's fuck all you can do. There is nothing you can do. Nothing. Yeah. It's just bizarre whether it really is. I just want it to fuck off now because I'm really pissed off with it. I really am. Just enough is enough.
Well, I think, Gary, I honestly think we've got about 2 more weeks. Well, possibly.
Yeah. Another 10 days of it.
They said that 14 days ago, and we've still got another fucking 2 weeks of it coming.
Well, the thing is, right? You've got used to the fires. You can cope with that. You can cope with this once in a while. You just luckily don't live near a river now.
I do, Pete. I try and be positive. I really do. But you know, there is a limit. There is a limit when your patience thinks I'm fucking had enough of this.
You have seemed to have a lot of bad luck, man.
Damn it! You have my permission to go to Pete's, kill him, and start barbecuing him now.
Yeah.
I know where all his stashes are.
He looks a bit tasty.
You know when you get there.
And we have the honey marinade already working on
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
so-
But
You have my permission. If it comes to it, Gary, go to Pete's and kill him first. We'll meet you there. Okay?
I'll take me Ray Mears book with me, shall I? Just to gen up a bit.
Well, do you have to
Video chat me, video call me, and I'll talk you through it. Use his Wi-Fi to video call me, and I'll talk you through it.
do you have to hang it like a pheasant for a few days to get it to turn gamey a little?
He's thinking with his little crappy decathlon bow, he won't even know.
My Hungarian hunting boat was not from Decathlon. My
There's no one
training
here.
Decathlon. And it's causing me real fucking problem. I've got cuts on my hands.
You need to use
Oh
a
boy.
bow, man. Just use a support. You won't get anything on your fingers at all. Just pull a trigger. It's lovely. And it takes all the weight off when you've got it at full stretch.
Gay. You're just gay.
Fantastic. Oh, mate.
Okay.
I know, but you will be full of holes.
Not,
You won't even
not,
hear
not
it.
real archery,
There's
Pete.
no sound, man. There's no sound at all. It will just be like an arrow sticking out of you or someone else, and that's the first you're going to know. And by then, I will have reloaded a couple of times, and there'll be lots of other arrows near people. So, I think you're going to be fucked. But my mate's got a much more impressive bow.
You're not going to shoot Gary. Gary and Linda turn up. Gary and Linda turn up. You think, oh, Gary and Linda have come. You turn your back for a second, and Gary will knife you right in the spine.
No. Lead us help.
Cutting his arm off. I'm having this bit.
Immediately. Before his blood stopped flowing out of his back, Gary's got his arm cough and chewing on it. And Linda's saying, no, cook him first. Cook him first.
No, what's going to happen, Pete, is we're going to show up, and you're going to be in a Mexican standoff with your neighbor with the bigger bow, and then the two of you are going to be faced off.
Me and Nick are buddies. It's fine.
Forget about the sound of you two shouting. Yeah.
I see that has noise. They're a lot more difficult to. They're more. It is fun sparring something like that once in a while. But he's got one of those as well. They're quite cool. I like the way you load them up.
Hey, you do know that you look more like Brian Tuck than Robin Hood. So,
I know, but I might even some of the guys that are really good with those reticulated bows are. You can be quite fat. You have to be. They used to be misshapen. The ones with long bows, you could literally see they had one arm that was just massive and another one that was
called masturbation, Pete.
That is COVID as well, I reckon.
Those people wanking with one arm. I like to swap over. I don't want to look disformed.
What happened, Lee? Fuck.
Lee's got too muscular arms. What does that say?
Oh. No.
I like there's a lot of bow uniform and clothing you can buy for bow work, apparently.
No, bows, there's a lot. You spend a lot on bow stuff.
Even custom made quivers and like other things.
Okay, ladies, someone's got to work tomorrow in the forthcoming storm.
You're not going to work tomorrow. You are so full of shit. So
I'm going to work. I went to work today. I've worked every morning.
you went. You did what?
I fucked around a bit. I've been enough. I've justified my wage for the day. Well, for the morning, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got to lock up. I'm going to be at Leroy Merlin tomorrow at 7:30 when the storm is meant to be at its worst.
Yeah.
So
And they're going to be closed
by the time
because they couldn't open the doors. So
yeah, quite possibly. All right, ladies.
No, one second. Do you want to give a guess?
I need to take off too. So I don't know if we're going to wrap it up.
Do you want to give a guess as to what Simon's new child's name is before you go?
Lee.
Opal Dandelion Fluffy Bunny.
Okay.
Before Lee goes, I want to say something, right? Just to interrupt, right?
Okay.
Thank you for all your kind offers of help and everything, right? It was greatly appreciated. You're good lads, right? But really, there was fuck all you could do.
Garbo, honestly, when you need help, which is not going to be now, but when you're ready for it, we will be there. But I know from my parents going through hurricanes stuff like that, when you're in the shit of it, it is a burden. So, but when you're ready to have someone actually,
as Andy said on the
get beers in and everything. So.
As Andy said, oh, don't worry about that. We'll bring our own. What Andy said in the chat was right. When you need us, when you're ready for us, let us know. Okay.
We'll make a day of it.
Oh, and by the way,
we'll be there.
Jason has survived as well. Jayton has survived as well. Jazz has survived as well.
I was going to ask. Yeah, enough to provoke Munson. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And just so you know, Garbo, when the help comes, okay, Pete's gonna be Hannibal. I'm gonna be BA. Lee's gonna be Murdoch. Ken's
as long as you bring the van, that's fine.
Ken's to be the show is what you're going to say.
Ken's gonna be Faith, and Eric's gonna be the military guy who's trying to catch up.
And Gilchrist won't turn up because he's fucking lazy.
There you go.
All right. Good night, guys. Love you all. Speak to you soon.
Love you too, Lee. Take care.
Down the road.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, Gary, I'm really sad to hear that you think someone's been discriminated against. But
I was sad. But it happens. It happens. Not everywhere. I didn't really get that in Alaros Council. Yeah, they were there with me, no matter who I am. But here, I'm not quite so sure.
Also, my experience is who you get, but obviously, if you're doing it to one locality, you're probably not getting with multiple people at the that you're dealing with. But yeah, it's always it all depends case by case, different story, different situation, different rules, depending on who you ask. Yeah.
Well, and also you're more likely to hear the bad than the good. That's always one thing I always reckon. People are way more likely to tell you something that's shitty that's happened to them than something good. It's weird. It's human nature, I think.
Yep, bad news travels fast, right, Pete?
Exactly.
Good news never has a shot. So just before we close, I do know now what Simon's son's name is. Does anyone get a guess in before? I'm gonna go
with Lee with the spelling that Lee.
You'll never guess. But Andrew's giving you a 50-50 chance there.
Well, it's we can say it, can't we?
Is it in the chat?
What was it? What were the choices there?
Here's your choices.
I'm going to go for Ethan.
Anybody else?
I can't play. I already know.
There you go.
Okay.
Well, I guess right.
Hold on.
There you go. So.
Got Dougie Hughes with like earwigging in the background. All right, Doug, how's it going?
He's been in Brazil, Doug has. He's been fucking hanging out in Brazil for a few weeks.
Oh, really? Well, that sounds fun.
Actually, it's almost time for a carnival, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe Doug might join us in the after cave. Put the link
Maybe
up there.
so. And that's a good lead. That's a good lead in there, Gary. Any final thoughts? We'll go once around. Andrew, you said you were leaving. You never left, so
I am going to go. I need to go and pick up the missus in a minute. So I will say, and I've got to be up early in the morning.
Hey, Garvo, if you're around next Saturday, we have carnival, and we do a ceremonial burial with a corpse and a coffin. It's fucking great. Everyone gets dressed up in military uniform, and some people you fire guns and stuff. It's really good. So if you want to come along for that, it's entirely up to you. See how you feel.
Anything with guns is good. Yeah,
so up to you. Definitely, you're more than welcome. And
thank you, man. Thank you.
It's all kind of night. So no, I would definitely recommend it. I'm really happy to be here for this one. So it should be good. Anyway.
There we go. So Andrew, before you go.
My thoughts is I hope people survive intact or as intact as they can this weekend. Obviously fingers are crossed, but I don't know there's much more else we can do apart from good luck. I hope it doesn't hit too hard or it's worse past you. But I'm seeing on my window here it says advisory of the event at the coast, which is down this way. So I hope Portugal doesn't get it too hard this weekend. So, and I feel for those around Portugal that have been hit, particularly Alcocer do Sal up Galway's way, and those who have been affected by it. I mean, you won't beat nature, or you can just try and survive it, right? So, but bomb fin Simona all the time, all the same. So,
You man.
Pete, any final thoughts before we head to the after?
I don't know. I'd say the community around here certainly has worked really hard and well. And going up to Garvey's, I was impressed by how many things they moved off the road. So that was pretty impressive, given how small a population it is and how kind of much they deal with. It is quite impressive, but I don't know. I know it's not the same everywhere, and the thing is, I don't think it's over by a long way. I think we have to assess the situation when it comes to mid-February, when the storm season really looks like it's going to dry up, and it's when that's when you can really get work done. There's, as Garvey said, there's fuck all you can do at the moment. Getting anything anywhere or getting someone that's actually a specialist in something to do something for you is going to be impossible, and it's going to be difficult for a long time. So it's one of those things, and you might have to wait for quite a while. At least it's shown what good communities we live in is what I'd say. I think it is. Sometimes these are opportunities to show how well people can help each other out. So I think that you can certainly take something from that. So anyway, there you go.
Thanks, Pete. Garvo, any?
just going to interrupt, saying, congrats to Simon and Fiona as well for Ethan George. Well done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Garvo, any final thoughts before we head out to the?
I've got 1,001 final thoughts, to be honest. Right.
You want to pick one?
Well, I'll have a bit of a roundup. Look, it's been a shit time. It really has. But from that, like cesspool of shit that we've had to go through, I've discovered that a lot of people around me, my friends, etc., have come through. They really have fucking shone, and they've tried to, much as you guys do down in Lisbon, and Pete, your council up there. You discover that there really is, something in humanity that's worth fucking believing in, and that's a rare pearl these days. And I just love that, and that is really, really filled my heart with joy, even in the darkest of fucking moments. So that's something to celebrate for me. That's my final thought. Fucking let's build it up, keep it going.
Yeah.
Thanks, Garvo.
Good job, Garvo. Yeah.
Ken, anything from you, sir?
Oh, it's all best wishes, and we'll get through this, and we're there for anyone who needs them. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Thanks, Ken. Chris, anything from you? You're muted now, but
yeah, I just say that this week's been a flipping crazy week. I had the ambulance outside my parents' house for 2 hours this week because they're not going to take. They've said they're not going to take my dad to hospital anymore. So basically, this is how things are going at the moment. But try and always just look for the silver lining. No matter how dark the clouds are out there, there's a silver lining somewhere, and just look for that silver lining and head towards it. That's all you can do in the hours of the darkest night. Look for the light when it's coming through, because it will do. Garvo, I know you're in a really dark place right now, but the light will shine again on you properly, honestly.
Hallelujah, brother.
There you go.
He's got light. He's celebrating. Yeah.
I've still got a sense of humor, mate, so I must still be breathing. I must have some.
Yeah, you do for sure. And good on you for that.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah. So thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. My final thoughts. It's been a hard week personally, but
I was gonna say, sorry about your mother again.
Yeah, it's been tough. It's tough for you more than anybody, mate. So, my thoughts are with you.
Yeah, it's been it's been not a long road. It's been a short road, but yeah,
a difficult.
It's when we came back here, I think we still feel very, very fortunate that while all this mayhem is going on in different parts of the country, I would have to say that city center Lisbon has been largely unaffected in relation to what so many people have been through around here. We go out and we see branches down on the avenue. We see this, that, and the other thing. There's trees down. Yeah, okay. But everybody's got power. There's no flooding here. It's I don't want to say it's business as usual because that would be kind of crass, right? But it pretty much is, and I feel fortunate that it is. I reach out to anybody that I can help in whatever way I can. So that's kind of where I'm at. So that's it. So we put the link up. We're going to go to After Cave for those who want to join, and it's been a good show. I appreciate everybody's input, and I knew this was going to be the topic, and I felt that we kind of need to focus on that and help people through some of that, and also to become aware of what's actually happened in our country by people that have actually experienced it, right? Like we read it, we hear certain things, but I got certain people on the screen here that this is their life and they can tell us.
Yeah. I mean, also, being in America with you, like the Weather Channel / CNN would have been all over this thing if it happened in the States. But of course, it's like there's a kind of blackout. We get occasional images or someone sends a photo, but we don't really have an idea.
No, the coverage is not
what
great
it looks like. Yeah. So no. It's not wall-to-wall coverage like it would be sensational story, like storm coverage, watched, the whole thing. So.
Well said, Ken. Thank you. Okay, so Pete, do you have something to say, or are you just ready to go to sleep?
No. I just unfortunately opened the door to let some fresh air in.
Oh, okay.
It was like minus fuck knows, and so I've just slightly frozen, and now we've got the aircon back on, so it's lovely. Sorry.
Okay.
You need one of these, Pete. These little like in electrically heated blanket type smuggly things. They're really nice.
You know what, Gary? I have got a whole outfit that I can plug in now, right? So I've got like gloves, socks,
helmet,
trousers, everything. You name it, I've got the whole lot.
And it's all got a solar panel on the back of it, so even when he's walking around the farm,
that goes without saying, Chris. That goes without saying. Okay.
Mate, it's awesome. It's the worst thing is though, it's too hot. Like I've got another one. I've got like this military jacket, right? So it's the US military Arctic jacket, and I put it on. And it's like being in a sauna within about 2 fucking seconds, right? You just literally boil. Same as my mink line coat. So sometimes that's the problem with Portugal. It's either fucking too hot or too cold, or it's never kind of just right. Sometimes it can be a layering affair, isn't it? So you've always got to bring loads of stuff with you. So I don't know, but yeah.
So Simon makes a nice comment here. Find examples of strength and resilience. There'll be sunshine after the rain, and we'll be complaining about the sunshine in about another 4 or 5 months. We'd be like, Jesus, when the hell is it going to rain again?
Yeah, we're just about to enter into mold and rainbow season, but we got it about a little bit early. So
yeah. And special shout out to Diane. So there you go.
Yeah, likewise.
So with that all being said, I think it's time to go to the after for those who want to join. And so next Friday, same time, same channel, same this, that, and the other thing, and hopefully we have more cheery subjects to chat about. So yeah, thanks to everybody that joined. Until next time,